Crazy game. You give a lot of credit to Arkansas State. Coach had them prepared. It wasn't going to take much for them to be prepared for us. They're right across the bridge. And if you don't understand that, then you'll never understand anything else. Me being from Memphis and knowing that whenever we played Arkansas State, or if you play Ole Miss, or if you play one of these schools that are close, that it's about a brawl, not even about X's and O's. And it seemed like they understood the mission and we didn't. And they got out of here with a win.
For the lack of a better term, back here, Penny. For the lack of a better, are you feeling deja vu at all yet?
On what?
On last year.
It's just one game, man. I'm a veteran now. You know, it's nothing. It's no thing to me. It's deja vu. If you don't come to play, then you're not gonna win. And I know everybody can kind of use that narrative because of what happened last year. I hate it because, you know, with Caleb Mills going down, everybody wants to ignore that, and we started playing a different style. This is a totally different team. We've been playing good ball, and I'm not going to panic after one loss. But you tip your hat to Arkansas State, and I'm going to stay a pro. My faith is going to stay strong. I'm a totally different guy. Last year, my mom was fighting cancer. I had so much stuff going on. I'm locked in with a free mind. So the deja vu is us trying to play hero ball in a few games this year, being down to Missouri, being down to San Francisco, being down to UNLV, and then trying to fight back and get back into the game, and then being down by one last game at home. That's the deja vu that we have to get out of. We got to stop spotting people, the points, and come out and be ready.
Coach, up the back here, you talk about not coming to play. What do you put that down to? Because on Wednesday after that game, you said, you know, we need to be ready for these games, and today it seemed like you really just weren't.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man, not only for me but for the city, because we know that, especially when you play these rivalry games, these are like rivalry games, man. It's more personal than an X and O. And to not see the energy and effort out of my team, that's all on me. I didn't have them ready. I didn't get them ready enough to go win this game, and we took an L.
Coach Hardaway, moving forward at the University of Memphis, is this a matchup that you would like to see your team play moving forward in the future, maybe next year and so on and so forth?
Yeah, again, we'll play anybody. Coach did a great job. Definitely not afraid to play the game or the series again. And just go from there. They're never going to not play because that's what it's all about, is playing.
Coach, this is kind of the nature of the beast of college basketball. We witnessed Kansas lose to Missouri and you guys lose to Arkansas State. What do you take positive out of a game like this? Because Arkansas State head coach talked about how you were one of the few that actually put them on the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I understood he had a good team, but never in a million years did I think that we were going to lose this game from my point of view, because I'm competitive. And it is the nature of the beast, except for me. When it comes to me, it's not the nature of the beast. It's not, you can't lose at home. So at the end of the day, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep scrapping. We got a really good team. We got to bring it together. No excuses for me. Go back to the drawing board and just come back ready to play. It is the nature of the beast. I don't know why we didn't come out with energy and effort today. It's not taking anything away from how they played. We just have to be better next game.
Over to your right, Coach.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about the problems Arkansas State presents on the defensive end. Obviously, they have multiple guys that can score from the three-point line. How much trouble did that cause you today?
Yeah, we understood that going into the game. We had a game plan. We just didn't stick to the game plan. We knew exactly what was coming, and we allowed it to happen. That's kind of disappointing as well. We understood who was going to shoot the ball, who the guys were, and who were capable and who were snipers, you know, the guys that can really shoot it. And we closed out short, closed out slow, didn't move on the flight of the ball, all the things that we work on every day whenever we have practice.
Coach, right here, you talk about playing hero ball and how that created problems. Do you think your offense at times can be too reliant on one player, not a half-court offense, or how do you balance that, just getting buckets and then getting buckets within the offense?
No, we run plays, and, you know, the guys are just so talented. It's just our offense is around our guards, and they've been doing a phenomenal job with what they were doing, you know, with the exception of today. You know, PJ had a good game, but Kobe and Tyrese didn't have their usual games. And that's just the nature of the game. They're not going to have great offensive games. They just need to recover with that, with rebounding and defense, which we didn't do.
Coach, you got a big game next week. What did you tell the guys after the game to kind of keep their heads up and keep them kind of moving forward to the next challenge?
Yeah, that we just got to carry over what we do in practice into the games. You know, we can't keep having these slow starts. We haven't had fast starts in a lot of these games, and you gotta want it more. We don't see the energy at the beginning of the games. I don't know why. They just think it's going to happen. And again, new team, still trying to figure it out, and we've won some big games early. Then you lose a game like this, and it's like, man, it shocks you because, you know, to me, we didn't compete. And when you don't compete, you don't deserve to win. That's how I look at it. Being a pure basketball guy, when you don't come to play, you give yourself an opportunity to lose a game, and when you do, you got to learn from it.
You mentioned the sort of the lack of energy and effort today. Was your Jared Harris and some others, PJ Carter, Baraka Koji, were getting into the game pretty early today. Was that something that was that because you diagnosed early on that there was sort of a need to get some?
Yeah, I was trying to get fresh bodies out there and get some energy. I know Baraka kind of gets it going defensively, and maybe Jared could get in the passing lanes and get some steals, and PJ Carter could knock down some shots because the starters started off so slow. Just trying to get some good energy in there to try to help us kind of change tempo a little bit.
Was that the first time you'd seen that this year out of your starters, like kind of not have it right out of the gate?
It was weird today, man. It just seemed like they just thought we were going to win. They're not out there trying not to play. It just seemed like they thought at any moment we're just going to turn it around and we're going to win, and that's just not how the game works.
You felt that, like, from them, it pretty much within just a couple of minutes of the game?
Yeah, because you can see it. Because I understand that. I understand why Coach wanted this game. I understand that the players are over there saying, well, they think they're better than us. We have an opportunity with this chip on our shoulders to show them that we're the best team in this area, and they played way harder and wanted it more. They definitely wanted it more than we did.
Penny, you kind of answered somebody else's question about comparing last season to this season. I feel like a lot of the fan base and media and others see that this team seems to have a different mental makeup, right, than last season seemed to. Mm-hmm. But kind of in your own words, like, what is it about this group that this loss will not allow things to unravel? Maybe like, you know, a loss like this would have done that last season.
Because we're healthier mentally and physically. You know, we have a really good team, and we could turn it around whenever we want it. Again, I hate to keep saying the same thing, but Caleb Mills was a huge part of what we did because he was the guy that was unselfish. He was the guy that could lock up and defend anybody on ball. When you have that ace in the hole, you lose that. Now you got the next guy that might not be as good, has to guard the first option. Then you have a guy that's even worse having to guard the second option, and then you got to guard the ball and you got to rebound. So this year, I think that we have enough guys that can guard, even though we didn't do it today. And we have enough guys that take pride in, okay, we lost this game, but we'll bounce back. Just mentally, just being sharper as well. But being healthy kind of helps me understand that we can bounce back from this.
What was the response in the locker room after?
It was bad. It was a bad response because we know we let an opportunity go away. We let an opportunity get away. It had everything to do with us today, and we had a lot that we could have done about it, and we didn't do anything about it. And you tip your hat to Arkansas State. Thank you.